Hello, boys and girls. Yeah, this is kind of a sloppy mess here. When I was waxing my frames, my bamboo frames, I'm just doing it here on the bench. I got my little crock pot here. I fired this up before I went to the gym this morning. And just coming along nicely. But I'm not going to be doing this no more over here, as you can see. Because I'm laying the frames here and waxing. I'm starting over here at the top. I put the top bar down and I was loading it up. I just threw this in for giggles. I don't think I'm going to do vertical sticks. I'm going to do all horizontal. And I'm going to do it the Martin method. It's economical. Buy your frames, or if you have frames with no holes, you have, on this particular one, you have 4 holes. So we're going to use this hole, and you see these 2 holes? We're not using those. We're going to bore one in the center. And yeah, so what I've done here, we'll just recycle all this wax here. Beeswax is expensive, as you know. Yes, Martin gave me a pile of sticks here. They're a smidge over. You can get these on Amazon or different places. This particular one is they're a little bit bigger than 1/8 inch by a frog hair. They're a frog hair over. Frog hair's thin, let's face it. And then if you split a frog hair, guys, 4 ways, now you're really thin. But this one here is a smidge over 1/8 inch. They're 17 3/4, and he said that these work out very hunky-dory. And as you can see, that would work very hunky-dory. 7 3/4 is flush. But if you buy an 18 incher, which I've been getting, I bought a couple packs. I'm gonna have Miss Daisy order some more. These particular ones here I got at the regular grocery store. I don't know what these are, but you can take, if you want to go vertical, whatever, you can cut these and make them work. These dog toenail trimmers work excellent. Made in China. Can you imagine? Do we make anything in America anymore, guys? Really? Do we make anything in America anymore? It's crazy, isn't it? I do know they make the frames here. I don't know why China's not selling us beef frames. Whatever, but these dog clippers work great. They trim these right up nice. If you want to cut them, if you want to do this vertical business. I'm not going to do this vertical business, and I'm getting out of the wire business. It's a pain in the butt. It takes too much time. Time's money, right? You got to put in these eyelets. If you don't put in the brass eyelets, your wire cuts right through. These are under a lot of tension, and it's not necessary. We don't need to fool with that anymore. I may just go ahead and cut that wire and utilize those 2 frames right there. I got 2 of them. There's a bunch of them in the shed. But anyway, yeah, I'm in here today going to assemble more frames. I went to Walmart. I took Miss Daisy to the diner this morning, and I told her I need some more of these caps. These are my feeder caps. I use all wide mouth. This one's been through 100 battles. But it's no biggie. You can take like a tub, whatever, something like a shoebox tub, throw some bleach in there, and then throw in water and throw those in there for a few minutes, and they come out like brand new. Rinse them off good and reuse them. I have one small hole that I take a little torch and I take a T-pin and I push it through, grab a T-pin in vice grips, heat it up with a propane torch and melt one small hole. That's all you need in there for that. But I went to get more of these at Walmart and they were out of them. But while I was there, I picked up a pan, a catch pan, so it's not all over this nasty bench. When I'm doing my waxing, so this old rusty steel top bench, I have a pan here. We'll turn this baby a little bit like so. And I just get a paintbrush and something similar to this one right here. Actually, this is my paintbrush. Just stick it in there and let her heat up. And that way I can take my frame. This isn't the length of the frame. Should have got a little larger one, but I didn't see one. But no biggie, do this. Right there. Okay, that's it. I'll start up here, wax this first bamboo, come down the center, wax it, wax this one, and I'll fill this whole trough with wax. Them bees will pick right up on that wax and bring it on down, just as pretty as you please. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Then we can let this wax set up on this. Now I got a nice clean surface where I can come in with my wide scraper and just scrape up the wax, throw it back in a pot. You haven't lost a thing. All right, I'm getting my garbage can. I got to get 2 more garbage cans set up here. We'll put up my frame assembly jig. Let me fire up the air compressor. Get this show on the road. I'm goofing off today, guys, because I got all my bee work done yesterday. Went through all the boxes. Yes, I would suggest if you got time, go through your boxes every 2 weeks and see where you're at, because they're going to get away from you, especially if there's a flow coming on. And definitely once a month. Definitely once a month. Yeah, so I'm just kind of getting set up here. I got my my little crown stapler here. There's 1 1/4 inch in that. Staples. They work good. I got some Bondtite 3 glue. Normally I buy it in the big ones. They didn't have the big ones at Walmart. I picked up a couple of these, but I use Bondtite 3. It's just a tougher glue. Back in the day, I was gluing up longbows with this. Here's a longbow right here. It's got a bamboo backing on it. You can see the bamboo. And this is Ipe, Brazilian mahogany under the bottom of it. It's got a synthetic handle that I put on it with epoxy. I made that with epoxy sculpt. It fits me pretty good, but it's a slow bow. I won't build no more of those things. You build 3 and you break 2. I mean, no thank you. I can buy a Black Hunter longbow from Amazon, $100. Guys, you can't wear them out. Why in the hell can't someone in America build a longbow as good as a Black Hunter? I guess because we're not using slave labor like they do in China. I think that's the way to get away with it, slave labor. You want to pack up and move to China anytime soon, guys? Probably not. Let me get set up here and quit talking. I don't know about all that now. Wow. I think Miss Daisy thought I was at one time, but I don't know if she does anymore or not. Or even cares, you know. That's the way the women get sometimes. Sometimes they just don't even care. I have feelings, you know. I have feelings. Get my wind whippers adjusted here. Yeah, the heat is on, baby. The heat is on. So anyway, oh yeah, I'm getting set up here. I got my little jig here. I think you've seen it before. I got bungee cords here, surgical tubing on the sides. This works pretty good. And I think it takes 11 of these end bars here to load this up. So you just load these up. I put the top bars up first. I assemble the top bars first. So I got a bunch of top bars here, the bottom bars there. I got a bunch of material here. These are all going to be made. I'm loving these Martin bamboo frames. So this is our new program. We're going to incorporate as many of these as we can. I just bought 60 of the Mann Lakers. Mann Lake. They are wood frame with Plasticell. But you're talking a lot of money, guys. You're talking a lot of money. Let's keep beekeeping cheap and fun, okay? That's the deal. Cheap and fun. Let's make our own bees. Let's make our own queens. Let's make as much equipment as we can. Years ago, guys, I built all these. I went through the trouble of building frames. I bought clear as I could get, white pine at Lowe's. And some has some knots and whatever. You had to work around it. And this one's imperfected here. You can see that's not a very cool looking deal there. So they make mistakes too. There's a nice one right there, see? But yeah, they make mistakes too. See, I bought these with the holes drilled in them. But you can take 1x2s and make these. Not 1x2s, 1-inch stock, and make these. But you can get away with just cutting. Even if you want to make these, you can make these things out of pallet wood, guys. Yes, you could. These top bars are 5/8 thick. This is 5/8 thick. Yes. So your lumber is basically a 1x is 3/4. So to get this dimension, you would need to slice it again. But you could take a 1-inch what they call 1-inch. It's actually 3/4 pine, and leave it the full 3/4 thickness this way, if you wanted to, and then just cut this. This is 1 and actually, this is 1 inch. This is 1 inch across here. You could cut it 1 inch by 3/4. Leave it the thickness. Set your table saw up and cut this thing. I think this is 19 1/8. Let me check it. Wrong. It's 19 inches. It's 19 inches from here to here. I should know that number by heart, but it's 19 inches. And then what you can do is set your saw up, and that might even be better, this being 3/4, if you're going to make your own. You find pallet wood is exactly 3/8, 3/4 thick. Bust them 19 inches. Cut these 19 inches long, leave them 3/4 thick, 1 inch wide. That way you could come in and take half of that material out with your, set your table saw up and run these through. You can pick the whole board up and run it through, flop her down and cut it this way to cut this notch out. Make these simple. You can make these simple. You don't have to really have, I never cut this out. I left it straight on. And just have it flat here. In other words, no ears. To where this would go up in, halfway in. Use your jig, nail it from the top, and then come up under here and run a staple right through there. Glue it too. I made thousands like that. Making homemade frames, simple. The bottom bar, I didn't even cut ears on it here. This was cut off. My bottom bars went slapped right on there flush. Glued it in 2 staples to your bottom. Yes. You can make this whole beehive very cheap. You start buying up all this stuff, a guy just getting started. Say you want to move to Brazil and go into the rainforest like a hippie, be a hippie, go into the rainforest. You can take equipment very cheap. You can run your operation with a generator and basic tools. Basic tools like that basic homemade table saw. Yes, you can make frames with that homemade table saw. Slick as owl dookie, I'm telling you right now. Yes, you can. So you don't have to get into a lot of money. You don't have to have a really fancy setup. You can do all this under a lean-to in a jungle. Make these. You could get salvage wood. Yeah, you went to a shipping yard and find pallets. You can get pallets. You can make your beehives. You can make your frames. You might even be able to source bamboo down there and make a jig to turn these out. But these are so cheap. Why? Yes. Why? These are 17 3/4, by the way. Martin found these. He gave me a pack. I've been buying 18 inchers. So I'm trying to show you some ways you can do cheap beekeeping. Because most of the time in beekeeping, people are totally turned off by the fact they got to lay out so much money. They're going, you know, I want to make money with bees, but my God, I'm spending more money than I'm making. So there's ways to do things, okay? There's ways to do things. Myself, I've been buying these. Why? Because I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm lazy. But I wasn't lazy years ago. As you get older, I guess you get lazy. Oh, I'll tell you what, wow. You remember my video I did on magnolia tincture? I put pomegranate tea in here, green tea. I put 4 raspberry tea. I put 4 of them in a cup. Put some distilled water in there. I topped it at big, it was a big coffee cup. Threw it in the nuke for 2 minutes 30 seconds. Let it steep for 5. Threw the bags out. Threw the tea in on a load of ice. I loaded this up almost the top with ice. Dumped it in there, and then I swirled it around with a spoon till it melted. Then I grabbed my magnolia tincture, dipped in there, and got 1 teaspoon and put in here. That stuff is powerful, guys. I can feel it. This has got this can hit your cannabinoid receptors. It's almost along the lines of cannabis. This has got me relaxed. I wouldn't want to run table saw drinking this stuff. It's a pain reliever. It's an anxiety tincture. It just mellows you out without smoking any stupid stuff, okay? Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what it'll do to your stud muffin. It may limp up your stud muffin. I don't know, but we're not doing stud muffin service today, so it doesn't matter. I'm just out here in the shop making up some bamboo frames to keep me out of trouble. All my bees are on autopilot today, so this is kind of stuff you need to be doing on your days off. Yeah, having a little magnolia tea, chilling. Got the fans going, chilling. Okay, you're in Steve's world, chilling right now. Believe it or not, it's a beautiful world we're in. All right, guys, that's all the shenanigans I got for you right now. I'm gonna knock out a bunch today. Yeah, hopefully I don't get too chilled out and run a 1 1/4 crown stapler through my thumb or something stupid. Okay, but I don't think I will. No, I'm gonna be extra careful, just for you guys. I'll see you real soon, guys. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting her on, and yeah, just vote accordingly, okay? You know who you're going to vote for. You know who you're going to vote for. We're not voting for any more stupid, okay? No more stupid. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, before I let you go, show you what I'm doing here. I put it in a vise so I can handle it. I got a let's see here, it's a 3/16. I got a 3/16 bit in the drill here, and I'm drilling out this one toward the top bar. You got these 2 holes here. Go right in the center, just eyeball it right in the center. Just one hole there and here. There we're putting 3 holes here. We're going to turn the frame around. Turn the frame around. I've got another drill motor here with a smaller bit. I think this is 1/8 inch bit here. And you can see I just went in between the 2 that will be a center. Okay. So what I do here now is stand this up. So I can get in the shot here and drop these straight in. I'm going to put the pointed part down. The pointed part down. Drop into the hole. These sticks that I got from Martin are 17 3/4. I had this Ted Miss Daisy order me 200 of 18 inchers. 18 inches for 3, that'll give me 66. That'll give me 66 frames. Let's see, it's down in there a little bit. I'd rather have a little hanging out. That's why I want to put 18 inchers in. Okay. So we're slobbering some up. We're welding these in on both ends, the outside here. And I'm coating the end bar, flipping it over, covering the end bar. Then we're going to go up and down the rail here with hot wax, both sides. Okay, now I'm coming in here and I'm actually going to fill the entire top bar groove with wax. just like that. I filled that entire groove with wax. Now I made up a few of these with vertical sticks. I had a beekeeper comment. He said you can get away with verticals. You probably can do just fine with verticals. I cut these verticals not 8 and I think it was about 8.5 to go up in the crack and down here. It's a little tricky to get in, but I did the same thing. I welded it in at the bottom. I welded it in. I filled that entire trough with wax, and I painted the bamboo on both sides. So there's quite a bit of wax in the bottom, top. Also, I put BV for bamboo vertical. Bamboo vertical. I've only made up. I don't know. I think four or five. And on here, I will mark BB. So we can quickly identify these frames when we pop the top on our hives. But the 17 3/4, you get a little stick out, but it's tricky. I will put some wax on the ends, inside, outside, you know, to lock it in. It's welded in there nice. So I've got a good bit here. I've got a lot over there. You can go either way. I'm sure this is going to be hunky-dory. We're going to test drive these two, and I'll show you these at a later date. And I just put BB for bamboo vertical. So when we look in, we can see what we have. So this doesn't work out bad at all for this pan. Let me show you what I picked up. It was at Walmart this morning. This particular pan on the inside is 17 by 11. But the beauty, here's another beauty right here. See that? Love bugs. Yeah, just what we needed. Just what we need. Another environmental screw up by our environmental people. But see the beauty of this pan? It's got a little coating on it. I wouldn't let this wax get up too thick before you do a scrape job on it. Otherwise you're going to have probably a pretty, you know, you can just keep throwing it back in your pot. But this is a lot better and a lot cleaner scenario than doing it on a bench. Plus I got it right here. I mean, I'm getting a little bit here build up, but no biggie. Just, you know, goes right back in the pot nice. So that's that, guys. I've been banging them out. I've only got this many left. I'm only putting 3 per, so I just go till I run out of equipment. But yeah, this is going to be a cheap way to go, guys. And the bees, if they got a flow coming in, they'll make you some beautiful frames, a foundation. See you later. Bye-bye.